Hey guys, quick video today, but today we're going to be talking about this belt tensioner for my 3-pound combat robot, but it can be used for pretty much any use case. And I quickly modeled this in Fusion, and I've been working on it for a couple hours, really refining the details, and it's quite simple because it uses traditional M3 hardware and just some sort of bearing right there, and it basically, you can slide the slider back and forth, which is this guy right here. It slides in a linear motion when you tighten the screw or loosen the screw, and basically what it does, it allows you to tension your belts, and also it has mounting. So one thing I'm trying to work on with my new version of the combat robot is to make it more modular and swappable. So before I had everything pretty much glued onto, or glued in the sense that it was attached when 3D printed onto the chassis, like predetermined. So that made upgrading and changing and modifying things rather difficult. So let's go build this now. And here, this is my old combat robot chassis. It's pretty much disassembled, and I've got all its guts out here, and we're really redesigning it. And you can see this was the old original belt tensioner, and it went inside here, and this little part moved up and down. So basically, two major changes is the fact that it now doesn't need to be printed on, it can be screwed on, and also the fact that it now slides forward and backwards to tension the belt. And this is better because it prevents like this weird rubbing that would occur if the tensioner was at the right spot. It would rub against the plastic housing, and also having the bearing in the center makes it less likely that it will hit the blades, because when the blade's spinning, it's really close to the belt tensioner, and if we have this entire thing in the middle, it won't hit it. So I'll actually assemble it real quick and you'll get a better idea of what's going on. Alright, so I got it assembled together, and it's pretty simple actually. We're using these little spacers to run these bearings. I think I might need a spacer in the middle, but it's okay for the sake of demonstration. So all you gotta do is, I haven't secured this end, but once you spin the screw like this using the Allen key, you can see it slowly but surely will make its way downwards. And like that. See, we pretty much made it all the way down, and all we need to do is secure the end like this, just so that it doesn't move too much. This doesn't need to be completely tight, like this. Make sure it can spin a little bit, and then we can bring it like this, and then bring it back. And then generally, this will be pretty rigid. So when you're adjusting it, you want the end nut to be pretty loose, because otherwise the whole thing won't spin. But say if I'm gonna bring this robot into combat, I would simply tighten this whole thing down by just tightening this nut a little bit. And then you can see that there's these two little ridges. Make sure it's like lined up. And then I would just tighten this all the way so that this entire tensioner would not be able to move at all. Like this. And then now the whole thing has pretty much zero play. I can't really move it back and forth, maybe side to side, but since the belt will be driving the weapon blade like this, it should not matter too much. So this is just a great example of a 3D print with super simple hardware and making it modular so that you can mount it anywhere. So this can be used not only for combat robots, but for pretty much any project that uses a belt. Thanks for watching. If you have any suggestions for improvements, let me know down in the comments, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. This video is sponsored by PCBWay. Whether you need high quality PCBs, CNC machining, 3D printing, or injection molding, PCBWay has got you covered. Their fast turnaround and great pricing make them my go-to for prototyping and custom parts. Check them out at PCBWay.com, link in the description.